Hello everybody, welcome to Jacqueline Marie Living and Jacqueline Marie. If you have not subscribed yet, please do so you don't miss any of the upcoming episodes for summer and fall. I have a lot of cooking, cleaning, decorating, making wreaths, and many more things. On today's episode, I'm going to give you a tour of the landscape of my new home. As you know, we moved last October, and as the weather got better, we started working on the landscape and building the paver patio and installing the fence. So I'm going to give you a tour on what has been done so far. We still need to put the sod in the backyard, but it's almost completed. I'm going to start the tour in the front of the house. The front landscape was installed by the builder when we built the house. The landscape has some evergreen trees, including an arborvitae. There is also some wagelia, wine and roses with beautiful purple leaves and pink flowers that they're already blooming. The little angel I carry everywhere that I move, and it's on the last leg because the base broke, but I don't want to let it go because it's very cute. Also, I bought some annual plants at Costco that they have lantana and petunias, and the pink and purple colors, they complement very nicely with the green color of the evergreens and the color of the house. There is additional wagelias and also daylilies that they will be blooming at the end of the summer with a yellow flower. And this is a viburnum bush that is ready to bloom, and it has a very delicate white flowers. If you watch my video of Decorate for Memorial Day, you have seen these decorations already. And also I have a video out where I made the wreath that is at the door. And I cannot believe last night I cleaned this porch and already it's covered with pollen. Please let me know if you have a lot of pollen in the area that you live. This last week we've been invaded with a lot of pollen. In this area of the yard, we have another viburnum bush, more wagelias. We have some annual geraniums that I planted from Costco, and also there is a beautiful lilies. This water bath, I bought it at Wegmans supermarkets in Maryland when I live in Maryland, and it was a great price for $40. These are geraniums from Costco. Also, there is a catmint planted, but it hasn't bloomed yet. And this is a beautiful magnolia tree that is already past bloom. In the front of the house, I also have another bed with another magnolia tree, some ornamental grasses, and I planted additional annuals in the same colors as the other side. And this turtle, beside being a turf fan because my kids went to University of Maryland in College Park in Maryland, I believe and read about feng shui. So it believed that if you put a turtle facing your front door, your household will be protected from negative energy. And so far, we live in a blessed house, and we have a very blessed family. These perennial plants were planted about 6 months ago, so they still not fully developed, but I hope that in a few years they will look lovely. So let me know what you think in the comment below about the landscape in the front yard. So now we're going to head out to the backyard to see the huge transformation that has been done in the past few months. The first thing that it was built in the backyard was the paver patio. If you want to see how the paver patio was built, please refer to the video that I made. Then we proceeded with the landscape of the perennials, and the irrigation system had to be modified to include drip system for all the perennials. And the last thing to go in was the fence. We built the fence 4 feet inside our property. So the bushes that are outside the fence are hydrangeas, and they belong to our yard. There is different perennials in here. We have Noca roses, we have limelight hydrangeas, we had sedum, we had also Shasta daisies in that bed, and also a hinoki cypress. It's a beautiful deep green evergreen tree. The PAVER patio is like around 670 square feet. It's very big, and it connects to the utility door that we have in the basement. So all these rocks were available in our yard, so I made some art with the rocks that they were around the yard. The limelight hydrangeas are planted in front of the rock wall. These are the knockout roses, and this is the hinoki cypress. And all of these plants are on a drip system, so we don't have to water them by hand. I made the wreath that is hung at the utility door a few years ago. The green plants that are along the walkway are lily turfs. And now let's move on to the other side of the yard. This side of the yard is partially incomplete because we're still waiting for the sod to arrive to be able to sod the yard. There is also another bed of plants, and I have a catmint, and these are in full bloom, and the bees love these flowers. We also have some ornamental grasses. There is also a redbud tree planted, but it's already past bloom. The deep burgundy reddish bushes are 9-bark diabolo. Behind my backyard, I'm surrounded by the cranberry bogs from Ocean Spray. Currently, they're renovating the huge cranberry bog, and there is also a beautiful pond, and sometimes there's swans swimming in there. It's a spectacular view. Hopefully, they're going to be planting the cranberries pretty soon, and by next year, the view will be spectacular. And now, let's move on to the other corner of the yard. These are slate stepping stones that lead you to the other side of the yard. Along the slate stepping stones, we planted hydrangeas, and they're currently in full bloom. They have a spectacular fuchsia color, but as you can see, we don't have any sod yet, so hopefully it will be delivered by the end of the month. This bed has additional perennials planted, including a Rose of Sharon bush, some holly evergreen shrubs, and miscellaneous perennial plants. After this sod gets installed, we have another project to work on, and it's to stain the deck. I want to stain it white and gray, the floor in gray and the columns in white. I'm planning to make a video so you can see when I stain the deck, so stay tuned to my channel. A few months ago, I made a video on decorating my deck, so if you want to see how the deck is decorated, please watch that video. Please comment below and let me know what you think about the yard and the landscape. This is the Rose of Sharon, but it's not sprouting yet. As you can see, all this area needs to be sodded, and we're planning to plant additional bushes along the fence on this side. Another project that is pending is the decoration of the patio. I'm still working on decorating the patio. And also we have a fire pit that we have to put together. We also bought a large umbrella at Costco, but we have to assemble it. So I think it's going to look great when it's assembled. The white Adirondack chairs are also from Costco. This is the view of the PAVER patio and the landscape from the deck. I can't wait to have the sod installed and be all done. But I think the one that loves most the yard is our dog Stella. We installed the fence so she can run around freely. Stella loves to play ball and also chase the squirrels around the yard. And in this neighborhood we have wild turkeys, and the other day they were standing on top of the fence and she went wild trying to chase the turkeys. I hope that you enjoyed the video of the transformation of my backyard. I will try to make another video when the sod is installed so you can see the full transformation. If you watched the video and you have not subscribed yet, please subscribe so you don't miss additional episodes coming up in the summer and fall. I'm Jacqueline Marie, and I hope you join me next time on Jacqueline Marie Living. See you then.